3. What are you laughing at?
I'm actually on Twitter right now, so you don't ask me. Just look at Twitter, and it's hilarious.
Oh, there's so many good things on Twitter, like the
so many good
Ollie
things on Twitter right now.
art and Arctic Tiger. There's DM fan art. I'm a little dragon person. It's so cute.
You know, it's funny. I've been a DM for how long now? There's never been one piece of DM fan art about me yet. Never one piece of DM fan art about me.
Because Scott,
Maggie's a DM for like a minute and a half.
How many times
she's like
have
35.
you worn a dragon onesie?
and let's be honest, in Scott's games, the players carry the entertainment, so it's all
Whoa,
right. Don't worry
whoa,
about it. It's
whoa,
fine.
Mathis,
It's fine.
you sit in the corner.
It's
sit in the
fine.
corner and slit your wrists. Listen to My Chemical
Did
Romance.
I
We don't have
say-
to make up for it.
Hold up, did
okay?
I say
We don't have to
Thonk
make up for
carries it? No, I said the
No,
players
no,
make up for it.
I set the world for Grommen. Listen, who made Grommen
Hey,
mentally challenged?
I think I hit a button, guys. I think I hit a nerve.
I think several nerves just got severed there.
Listen,
There's been a massive reaction in the brain. I think he might actually be having an aneurysm.
it takes a lot. It takes a lot to offend Scott, but you offend his DMing, that's it. It's over.
He was talking
Scott
like
has
there
been
was a
DMing
Scott and a
forever.
Daleric earlier, and they were separate people.
I'll let you know. Scott puts a lot of heart and soul into his DMing. So,
But not as much as you do, Maggie. So
Yeah,
he's
Maggie,
got
you're
time.
Okay. You know what's funny? Is that trip to 10 towns just got that much shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that dwarf found like a fire under his ass, and he's gonna be finding Thonk real soon.
Nah, man, he's gonna die in this session. He'll never
And
make
let's
it.
bring it into this session. Who knows who's gonna live? Who knows who's gonna die? Are they gonna survive? We'll see. So to recap what happened, if you are just tuning into this episode, to reel everything back in, they have just found Delilah, who wrote a letter to Dane. This is one of his ex-lovers, and that's why they're here. This is basically they got a hint that there's something bad that's going on here, and that possibly this could be the source of what's been causing all these portals to spawn all throughout the world, and creating all these monsters that have been just taking out towns and people and leaving them with nothing. As they came into this session, they started having an argument while they had reanimated Delilah, and whether this was like morally, ethically right. And so we had a little skirmish that has not quite ended between Dane and Silver, and during this bickering and little squarrel, a bunch of skeletons spawned out of the ground and came and attacked them. And they were able to demolish all of them, and that is where we are joining them at this moment. With the final blow coming from our Silver Dew, as she stated, what was the wording that you said? You said...
I forget now.
Something about like, I don't spawn the undead or something like that.
I don't spawn the undead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, Dane.
Listen. I have a +5 to insight. I know you're lying. So just saying. I'm gonna just roll some insights right over here. I mean, look at that. I got a natty 20. I know you're lying.
Yeah, and I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying because of that insight.
Okay. I know you're lying. Maggie, please proceed. You're lying. Maggie,
No,
please
now
proceed.
it's on you guys. What would you like to do now that you've defeated that? So
Ungrim will actually just like kind of hoist his hammer and sheath it and walk over and put his hand on Dane and be like, "You got your anger out there, young man. We've got demons to take care of, and you're worried about her talking to ghosts."
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, but imprints of ghosts.
Imprints. Listen, I ain't gonna cause an argument. Look, until the demons are dead, here's the rule: you kill her, you have to kill me first. Once the demons are gone,
I'm not gonna kill the dumb. I'm not gonna kill her. Listen, it's just clearly you have no regard for anybody's emotions, anybody's feelings. You have no regard for anybody.
Are you speaking about me right now, young man?
No, I'm not talking to you.
All right, then. Sorry.
I'm looking over your shoulder. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking over your shoulder. I assume she's
no
creepily
regard.
standing behind you.
I have no regard for the emotions that you seek. You seek to put the dead as if they were still alive. They're gone.
Stop justifying stop justifying your actions.
Are they arguing between the corpses and just having a look over them?
Oh, you're looking over them?
Yeah.
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm actually not looking for their armor or their arms, unless something looks particularly nice. More, I'm looking for something that looks out of the ordinary on a skeleton.
Do an investigation check for me. Are you just looking at the bodies, or are you looking around at what's going on around you also?
Depends how long they argue for, honestly.
How long do you guys plan on arguing for?
Honestly, after I went la 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 la, I immediately would have been productive after that, because I know that Stardew just needs to be murdered, and until that happens,
they just look like
I'm just gonna be useful.
The bones just look like regular bones to you, and as you're kind of like, actually, when they were defeated, they just became a pile of bones, and the armor just sat on top of it. So it's just like,
I make a point of just making sure the bones are no longer near each other. If nothing else is going to annoy them when they wake up and the wrong head is on their shoulder.
Just step on their skulls. Just crush the skulls.
Please crush the skulls, please, for multiple reasons.
I actually don't. I leave the skulls there.
I'm also going to start investigating around, Maggie. Again, my passive is a 25, but I can roll if you need me to.
Yeah, you guys can. I guess okay. Go ahead and roll your.
Wait, who's this?
Your passive is 25.
Mm-hmm.
That is nothing.
Okay. I was like, wait, did we miss a skeleton?
Delete.
He's like creeping over like a stone, being like...
No, I had.
What's that over there? Nothing.
That I was debating.
You saw nothing.
You
Not
saw
quite
nothing.
dead yet.
I thought I got them all though. But I
ain't dead yet.
You're scouting around. Are you just scouting around the area that you are in, or are you kind of like, show me where you'd move around to?
Yeah, I'll do that with the ruler. So if Avic's character is investigating in the corpses themselves, I would probably just start looking over at like the tombs at that area and just like the general perimeter around here. I wouldn't go across whatever structure this is, though. Imagine I get near enough to like
What
see
structure
it.
can you ping?
This structure right here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go past it or into it by any means. I'm going to investigate all in front of it.
Okay, so with a passive 25, that was an insight check?
This investigation.
Oh, you didn't insight check though.
Oh no, my insight was me goofing around with Tantus. I have a passive 25 investigate.
What is insight check for? So with your passive 25, you notice that you assess everything. You come back like Sherlock Holmes style, and you're like, well, it appears that that skeleton came from that grave, and that skeleton, and like you now know the names of the skeletons from the graves because you saw who they were.
God, he's gonna get emotionally attached to them
together.
now.
Billy Butcherson. Billy Butcherson. That's one of the skeletons. It's canon. It's canon.
Roll me history, and if you roll high enough, that'll be one of the names. Sure.
I was wearing a Billy Butcherson shirt on Tuesday, so in honor of the undead
I made
fighting.
it a 15 DC, and you didn't hit it.
Damn it.
So that's what you gather. The only thing that looks really off to you right now, you see, everything seems like it's gonna. I mean, obviously things just spawn out of the ground, so that's not so good. But everything seems like it's chill. The only thing that looks odd to you is that when you walk up to kind of like the front of the structure here, the grass starts getting nicer. You notice, and like the trees are nicer, and everything just looks nicer. But there are these two like gargoyle statues that are sitting at the front, and the eyes are just slowly moving.
Oh no.
Maggie, could you give me the light on my sword again? Just so that light this area properly.
Sorry. It's because we switched to the next map.
Yeah, no, that's
so
fine.
I need to give that to you. You are... Where's this one?
Because my poor Rickard can't actually even see the gargoyles. It sucks to be a human.
And everyone can see your light, because your light is
Whoa!
coming from you.
Wow.
Yeah.
My sword burns with the passion of the
The reason
furious
why you're
star.
seeing that is because his like he's holding up this sword, or he has it to the side and it's flaming.
Oh, I'm holding it up. It's like a torch. And as I'm looking at something, I'm waving it over the top and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what's his name there, like He-Man. Oh, what's he say? Like,
I have the power.
I have the power.
By the power of Greystone.
Yeah. There you go. By the power of Grayskull. That's right. That's
Praise be the light.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? What do you guys want to do now?
Or the eyes of something. Give me sight beyond sight.
That's Lino.
Yeah, that's on the case.
No, I know. I'm sorry. So
where's
so I'm gonna
Cowabunga
be
from?
like,
Is that his?
I'm literally
that
gonna
same thing?
I'm gonna back away slowly
We're
from
such
both this
nerds.
conversation and from the thing I'm in. I'm gonna back away slowly, trying to like whistle and be pretty nonchalant despite the chalant way that I'm describing it with my 24 deception. Like, and then I'm gonna try to get their attention, instinctively using thieves' cant to try to get their attention and let them know about the gargoyles that are over there. But then I remember none of them are smart enough to know what thieves' cant is, so I make my way over to them.
They're just gargoyle statues. They're not like animated. They're not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I make my way over to them, and I'd be like, specifically to the one that matters the most out of the entire crew, and that's Rickett. And I go over to Rickett, and I'm like,
So much that you get his name wrong.
Rickett or Reichert?
Rickett.
it's Rickett.
Rickett. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been saying your name.
Rickert.
Rickert.
Yeah.
Ah.
I personally,
my
I think
God.
Rickety
Rickert.
Cricket from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but that's just me.
Rickert, right? Not Reichert. Okay.
So Rickett.
It's all right.
So-
I answer to many names.
That's all right. That's all right. So I got it right. Thank you. It's I go over to Rickert and I'm like, yo, Ricky, that gargoyle,
Yo, Ricky. Oh my God.
its eyes were like, it's kind of like.
Wait. Sorry. I stopped listening to you when you said Ricky.
Really? We're gonna stop. I'm trying to warn you. I had a line said about me dancing and women watching. Like, you really, joke is lost.
Are you saying there's gargoyles over there?
Ah, God damn.
Then he bellow it out in the kind of dwarvish, like, I have no indoor voice.
I actually will march forward and like looking up at the dwarves, and I'll point my warhammer. Come down here and fight us if you are to do anything.
I'm just gonna have been sitting the entire time reading like my book in one of the graves with my feet down into it, just waiting to see what's happening.
While the dwarf is walking over there and saying that, I will lean over to Rickett and say, there's something else we need to discuss too. But like obviously motioning for after Mathis is done. So
My eyes
Mathis,
travel over to you said Mathis and it removed his character's name out of my name.
Ungrim.
There we are.
Ungrim, are you going all the way up to the front? Because I only see you moved up.
No,
up
I
here.
get to like here-ish, halfway down the road, and like just like shout at the gargoyles.
Shouting a challenge.
Nothing happens, and roll me a perception.
Sure.
I thought you were going to say nothing happens and you feel silly. That would have been so good.
Oh, you didn't roll.
18.
And you also don't see anything with the eyes. Like nothing looks weird with the eyes. Like, what's his name was like going on.
Dane.
Dane was going on and on about how like there's eyes and they're moving and they're gargoyles. But
my name's Sean now. I'm changing my name to Sean. Okay. My character's name's Scott.
I keep calling you Dean, and then I keep saying Dane because it's hard.
So after like
Sorry,
a little while, and I kind of like squint my eyes for a little bit just to see, and then I'll just turn around and be like, Dan, you're crazy. There's nothing with these statues. You drinking again?
Get a little closer. Get closer.
Mumble. I'll get closer. I'll shout at them again. Come on now.
Nothing.
As I'm
nothing
watching
looks
this,
odd. Everything seems fine.
I do look down to Dane, like I give him a kind of a nod in as non-conspicuous way as I can whilst giving a nod, and I just carry on with my stuff. But I actually start following Ungrim at this point. What's happening, Master Dwarf? Do you see anything?
I look over my shoulder. I think Dane had a hit from the bottle.
Rickett, go ahead and roll your perception.
Okay. Ha! 20.
Natty 20. Hype.
I cannot hear our DM.
Oh, with the 25, you see nothing's wrong with this. They look like statues, and you really look into the eyes, and nothing is happening with the eyes. Everything seems fine.
If there's anything untoward about them or their eyes, then there is something wrong with mine. I see nothing.
Ungrim nods and turns around. Mine as well.
Dane.
Oh,
There are
I lean in as Silverdew says
there
Dane's
are
name.
two giant doors that are in between the gargoyle statues.
If Silverdew says Dane's name, I lean into Rickett and I'm like, oh, here we go again.
That's what I was. It's just a really long, tired sigh.
As I sort of get up from where I'm sitting. Did your beloved's religion call for her remains to be buried or burned?
Listen.
We should probably be ready ourselves for going into that place if we are going to explore it and to rest. And I am implying that perhaps we should not leave them on the ground if you really wish to honor the spirit that is lost.
The corpse has already been defiled. You've already done the worst thing that could possibly be done to it. A person who has suffered has been pulled back from the comforts of sitting next to.
Her spirit never left that place. I will say this over and over again.
And you'll lie each time.
Her spirit is fine.
And you'll lie each time.
I never lie.
I do agree that we should probably take a rest before we enter this building. It does seem to be a little. They seem to be catacombs or the like.
Oh, you're not. You're just like slightly damaged, but barely.
Yes.
So maybe I don't know. Do you guys want to take a short rest or a long
I
rest?
hear Dane saying
I'm on a
that.
short rest.
I do kind of reach up and I kind of roll my shoulder. Yes, I need some time to at least make sure none of these are infected. I just look at scratches and cuts.
Where do you guys want to rest? Do you want to rest here, or do you want to kind of go back to the area that you were just at?
No matter what Silverdew says, we do not want to rest in the graves. That is
Damn it! I was
wrong.
totally gonna say. I looked Silverdew right in the eyes and say, "You want to rest in the graves?" Oh, damn it!
Do you guys want to go
But
back?
how can I say meet me at the graveyard at midnight?
All
Do you
right.
guys want to just go back a little further and?
Yeah, just to a place of safety. When we are traveling back further though, and everybody's kind of like walking past, I'm going to kind of like drag behind a little bit, Maggie, and hang out by Delilah for a little bit as they're all taking their short rest wherever it might be, maybe even a couple 100 feet away. I'm going to take my short rest over by Delilah's corpse.
Okay.
Nothing nefarious. Get it out of your mind.
I was like, what are you doing to her?
Come on. I'm literally going to sit by her corpse.
Are you gonna, like,
defiling the
Do I have to
spirit,
describe it?
defiling the corpse.
like,
Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Are you
I'm
gonna
going to
dig
sit.
her a grave?
No, I won't dig a grave because that's work for somebody that's lesser than me. I'm going to sit by her body, and as part of my short rest, I'm going to have a drink of wine from my wine skin that I have, and I'm going to talk to her same as you would like a dog or a grave site if you were actually visiting like a family member, and just talk about like some of the fun times that we had, and then when we went to the tavern, I mean, we showed up so late. They were so pissed. I mean, we were the ones that threw the party. And we were so late, you know, that kind of stuff. While I'm kind of hanging out over there.
You're crazily talking to yourself in the night.
I'm talking to the body of an old friend.
Yeah. All right.
While this is
And
going
it's a short
on,
rest, so it's only an hour.
and so as it's happening, and I'm recovering and just whatever. I do look over at Angrim and then at Silverdew specifically. I think you're better at that than him. For the record.
Why don't we at least do something to consecrate these other remains over here? The random bones.
Probably wise. He seems like a feral dog defending the corpse of its master. We best not touch that one anymore.
I have no need to or want to.
Do any of you guys want to heal or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll those if you're planning on spending some hit die on that.
Oh, I most certainly will. Thank you very much. 5 and 7.
Is there anything else you guys want to do while you're resting throughout the night?
1 second.
If not, we'll move on to the next morning.
I'm going to use one more.
Oh, I didn't roll hit dice.
Maggie, is this going to be a short rest or a long rest?
It's a short rest, I believe you guys. Unless that's what you guys agreed on, right?
Correct.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's just that we're just resting for like an hour, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I spent half my hit die, which I'm cool with.
Ouch.
I spent 5. Yeah, I was rolling crappy. I took a lot of hits. I actually that fire spell did quite a, but it was completely worth it It was completely worth it for me too.
I was wondering that because that was a lot of damage in one go.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh man, you're gonna hurt each other before you even get into combat.
It's fine. It was important because he defiled the corpse of a friend of mine. So.
All right.
Didn't know
You
at
only
the time.
defiled her corpse when she was alive. Totally different.
Oh, but she asked for it, like multiple times.
I regret everything. There's so many levels of regret right now.
I will make sure what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to bury anything, I'm going to take a number of the bones and like maybe put together like a small like shrine near like one of the bodies.
I'll be following Silverdew's lead. Like I don't know what she's doing, but I'm trying to be helpful and show respect.
And what I was going to do with the rest of the bones is I was going to. Did we want a small fire or anything?
Maybe we can set one up. That's fine.
I was going to burn the rest of the bones, and then after the fire was done, put the ashes around the base of it, and basically just say like, "May your ashes spread to the next cycle of life."
I'm totally on board with the
grow.
burning of the bones.
Cool.
In fact, at some point I said, we used to do this.
Oh, we used to do this.
Something normal at last.
The touch of nature is all around here, and perhaps these ashes will help it grow again, and their spirit will watch over it then.
Maggie, since they're burning the bones at the end of the short rest, the way I'm going to rejoin with the party is I'll actually gather up all of those bones. I mean, I'll imagine I just take my cloak off and just kind of like gather them all up inside my cloak and carry it that way, like a large like
You're
sack.
carrying Delilah.
And
You're like
Delilah,
gently carrying your bones.
I'm sorry, Maggie. I'm sorry.
I said I would think that you'd like be gently carrying them in your cloak. Yeah.
Absolutely, showing as much respect as possible, and then I'll actually I will gently slide them into the fire as well, to make sure that they burn. But the last one I'm going to put into the fire is her skull, and immediately after I put it into the fire, I'm just going to stare daggers at Silverdew. And it's one of those, like, I will reach into the fire, and if I need to take damage, I don't give a shit. I will literally reach into the fire to place it inside there, as opposed to just, like, slide them in like the rest of them.
As he brings over all of these bones, I'm like, and I start gathering more wood, because, like, you need really hot fire to burn bones. It needs to be really hot.
Yeah. My character's wicked smart.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to move into the next day if you guys are cool with that.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's cool.
You go back to the gate refreshed. If you had spells, your energy feels like it's fulfilled. You have them memorized. Those of you who took naps are now rejuvenated, or you've maybe bandaged up your scars. I know that Rickard was saying that he had some scars that he wanted to clean out, so he's cleaned those out and made sure those are clean. And now you come back to the front of this tomb or like crypt, and it's the same as it looked before. Nothing has changed.
I like gesture to the gargoyles. Seeing anything in their eyes, Dane?
I look with the same investigation check, Maggie.
Yeah, they look normal now. It looks like there's nothing odd about them anymore.
Perhaps I was seeing something off before, and I'm sorry if that was the case. I was still a little distracted.
When emotions run high, your mind can play tricks on you. I understand. Shall we enter?
I give Dane a clap on the back. No words, just
You know what? I'm this paranoid at the moment because I don't usually fight, like walking corpses and stuff. So just for funsies here, Rickett, could you go over to the other gargoyle? Maggie, are they within arm's reach, or are they like atop the ceiling?
They're up on top of, like, if you can look at it right now, you can see that they're kind of like up on a pedestal.
Yeah,
they're like up on the sides. They're
How high are they up from the pedestal?
On top of the columns. The columns aren't that high. I mean, they're fairly high, but you could probably like throw somebody up there.
Looking up, I'm like,
it's like 8 foot.
I mean,
8 foot up.
Oh, 8 foot. Okay. So I'm actually going to toss. I mean, 8 foot. You might even be able to hit with Avic. Your character's like 6 feet tall, but I'm going to pick up 2 stones and toss one of them over to Avic. Just kind of like gesturing for us both to throw a stone at the same time. It's kind of like, and
just gonna throw stones at them.
And line up and just each throw a stone at the gargoyles and see if they react. And if they don't, we're good.
All right, go ahead and throw your rocks. I guess that would be like ranged.
I usually have problems with damaging artistic architecture, but okay. And I.
You're not gonna damage it. You're throwing a rock at it. It's made out of rock.
You shot a hand crossbrow. What would throwing normally be?
Well, I press hand crossbow because it's my dexterity plus my it's just a basic modifier.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess it'd be the same for me as well. 15 then.
Yeah, you guys do some hefty. Actually, do your damage because I want to see how much like.
I have no idea how much a
What would a
stone
rock
would
do?
do.
Like 1d4?
What would a rock do? Yeah.
1d4 maybe.
Yeah.
I'll roll 1d4.
And no modifier, right?
Yeah, I don't think you. Well, let's not do modifier.
We both maxed.
You guys. Okay, so both of
there.
you chuck your these rocks at them, and Dane actually leaves like a little indent, like a chip of where his rock hit, but Rickards doesn't. But you guys both threw pretty hard at those gargoyles, and nothing happened. You just did some damage to them, but you did hit them directly.
Looking back at satisfied now. Oh, you chipped it. Really, Dane?
Yeah, we got a dwarf here. He can fix it.
Oh, that's racist.
I just go.
Blimey.
With that.
By the way,
is daytime,
you have
so
to
I would have.
This is the accent you have to use for this guy when he enters our game. Exactly. You got it. Perfect.
I already RP'd this guy before, and
he's
getting
getting a different accent.
He started off with a bit of a Scottish accent, and as time went, it just fell apart. So.
It's great. I love it.
Oh,
all right. So what's the plan now?
Enter the
as
tomb.
it's daytime, because is daylight now. Is that right?
It's
actually,
daytime.
no.
Oh,
right,
you
okay.
guys only rest. You only rest.
Yeah, we only rested for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
my
still dark here though.
my sword is still lit. Then I wouldn't have put it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
your sword-
Well, now that Dane seems pacified, I'm gonna walk up and looking back one last time just to see if anyone is gonna say anything.
Okay.
I then try to open it.
All right.
maybe it should be me that I say literally as he's opening the door.
You pull open the doors. Roll me a strength check.
That's gonna be bad. Yes, I guess that's not too bad.
You pull open the doors, and you all come inside. You should be able to walk inside there with your.
I was just waiting. Rocks fall, you die.
And it feels like the air feels like when you go into a cave. You know, like it has this like moist feel to it for some reason, and like it
great word.
You get a cold chill down your spine, like you're obviously going into a crypt, so it just kind of gives you a shiver down your back.
Life has no place here. This is only the end for all. We should be on guard, for more of those things might be here.
Duct tape. Does anybody have duct tape?
All right, and I'm gonna move you guys into
Duck tops? What?
And as you go down the staircase, the area gets smaller, and you make your way in. And
I'm loving these maps. Maggie, this is amazing.
This is going to be a little bit different because I can't do the dynamic lighting for how I wanted stuff to unlock. So bear with me. I'm going to have to do some like map magicry on my end. But yeah, do what you guys want and look around and ask questions as you wish.
So there's no dynamic lighting down here, is that right?
I mean, you'll have dynamic lighting. You guys can see right now, right?
Yep. Absolutely, we can.
Yep.
Well, I mean, my sword's lighting this place up like it's daytime, so I would imagine
Yeah,
so.
you guys are good.
Okay. So what do we see?
Yep. Describe it for us, because I'm immediately going to walk around and investigate.
All right. So what
and
you see right
perceive.
now is you walk in, and the first thing you notice is there are 2 doors to your right. There are 2 doors to your left. One of the doors to your left that's closest to you, this door is actually opened. It's just a doorway. This door is also just open, but this door is closed, and so is this door. And then on the back wall, this door is closed, and there's like a little like pantry area type of thing that's going here that has this has like a little statue on it, with some text. In the center is a tomb. It looks elegant. It's beautiful, and it has like gold trim around it, and it has like a bunch of little writing on it, but it's nothing that like stands out as something that you needed to read, but you're welcome to. And then on these pedestals, there are 3 crystal orbs that are on these pedestals. But one of the pedestals is missing an orb.
I will cast near the tomb Divine Sight. Is that what it was called?
Divine Sense.
Yeah, Divine Sense to sense any fiends, undead, celestials, etc. within 60 feet of me.
Within 60 feet of you?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Like if something is dead, it has to be like alive and dead?
It has to be undead. So if it's like a zombie or a skeleton.
Dead.
But yeah, if it's just a body, it won't show up.
Okay, yeah, nothing shows up for you around you in 60 feet.
So you just see my eyes flash white and hold like a minor white glow for about 6 seconds. And I kind of just glance around and I look at the casket, and then I blink a few times and it's gone. I sense no danger.
It's good to know, though that seems suspicious, I say, pointing my sword towards the pillar without the crystal on top.
It does.
How much do you think the other 3 are worth?
No.
I don't answer your question. I go to a door and I like give it a push to see if it's open.
That one's already
that
open,
one does
Mathis.
not have
She
a door.
described it.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Yeah, as is this one right
I walk
here.
in.
Oh man.
I just don't see anything. So.
And as you walk in, I have to do some
Yep.
magic.
All good.
As you walk in, there's a fountain, and on this fountain it says sanguine life force, but the fountain is empty.
What language does it say then?
It says that, oh wait, yeah, you have Dwarven, right?
Yeah, I do.
I'm a dwarf. I don't
I'm
know
a
how to
dwarf
speak
and I
Dwarven.
don't speak. I was raised by
What other
elves.
languages do you speak?
Dwarven, Common, Celestial, and Giant.
Okay.
For the
yeah.
record, I speak Common, Dwarven, and Elvish.
I want to say that you don't actually read that.
Okay.
I totally forgot.
No, that's
It's
fine.
all in Abyssal.
So I see it, and I'll after not understanding, I'm like, fountain in there, language I don't speak. Maybe one of you 3 understand it.
You know what?
Any
I
of
think I'll take my try over there. Which, by the way, guys, this kind of reminds me of something that we should probably discuss before we go any further. This is a great opportunity, right? Maggie, what was that name that I heard?
It says sanguine life force. Oh, you mean
No, Lord
Lord?
Hylas.
Hylas.
Lord
Hylas.
Hylas was
Like-
the keyword.
So, it's very likely that there's a Lord Hylas. Or you remember the notes that you had read, looking at the dwarf? Oh, sorry, looking at the weird gnome. I'm like, remember the name? Sorry, remember the king that was referenced
Yes.
in the note that was given to me by the corpse that you defiled?
You guys can all re-look at that letter at any time you want. It's in the handout.
I got it right here. So you remember that? Remember the king that was referenced in the corpse from the letter that was sent to me by the corpse that you defiled? Well, I believe the person Delilah was referring to, because Delilah was her name. Just want to make sure you remember her name was Delilah. I believe his name was Lord Hylas, and I think Delilah was trying to warn us of him. I understand what they had said, though it's a little strange to explain this to you. I understand what they said, but they were speaking a language not of this world. So that kind of makes me a little worried about who this Lord Hylas is. But let me see what that says in that room over there. I'll just let you chew on that for a minute, and I'll make my way around. And
Your note said to awaken the Lord. Is that not correct? And I'm assuming from its words, we must gather a skull. Perhaps this Lord's skull is what we need to gather and take past the mysterious lake.
yeah, but if that's the case, you're not going to be able to grab it.
It does not matter who grabs it.
No. It won't be you. It matters.
Dane, you're the best one to look at traps. Silverview's the best one to handle skulls. We've been through this.
I do
Been
not
through
wish
this.
to have the skull speak to us. It is dangerous, and more than likely, when we awaken its master, it will be alive. I cannot use my abilities on something like that, nor would I want to on something that seems to be defiling this land.
Jeez, it keeps talking. All right, so,
Kind of like you, Dane. Never shut your damn mouth.
everything I say is worth
aloud.
so much. Everything I say is worth so much. Oh, this.
Yes,
this
you
thing
count
with
pennies worth anything.
A
excuse
copper
me.
for your thoughts? Is that it? I'm
You know what?
overpaying.
She
I'm
finally
actually
says
looking at
something
this.
worthwhile.
This pedestal.
overpaying.
This is like is this an altar in front of us? I'm sorry, it's been so long now since you. Told
This
us.
is a.
Can you click
a tomb.
click and hold on the thing that you're talking about?
Oh, sorry.
And Maggie, what was it
That
that
is
said
a
in the
tomb.
room Athos was in?
That is it's an ornate tomb. It looks like it would hold probably a very important body.
I step up to it and start to properly look at this. Has it got a language? Is it got any kind of scroll work or any kind of carvings depicting a life, like
Yeah,
a life lived?
There's a little bit of carving on it, and it is it's an abyssal.
I don't know what that is. Well, Copper says this is the same language that you can't read in there, but it seems makes my skin crawl and my head ache to look at it.
I'll walk into this room here.
Which one? Oh, you want to walk down there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Maggie, what was it that this one said that
Sanguine life force.
Sanguine life force.
which more or less means like stealing the life force, right?
It just says, it doesn't say stealing, it just says sanguine.
Well,
like,
doesn't sanguine usually mean like define sanguine?
like
Sanguine is like
Yeah,
blood.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
blood.
red blood.
Oh, it's just blood life force. I'm sorry.
Perhaps
Optimistic,
You can
sanguine,
roll your
optimistic or
knowledge.
positive, especially in apparently bad or difficult situations. Actually, it means positive life force.
Yeah,
Optimistic life force.
yeah,
or
it's life. It's like real. Yeah.
and what was the thing that was in that room, Maggie?
Let's
That
take
said
care
that's
of
a fountain.
Scott's
It's a
thing first,
fountain.
and then we'll go down to you, Mathis. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead. What were you saying? Sorry.
What was it? I believe Mathis just answered the question for me. It's a fountain.
Yeah, it's a fountain, and it appears to be empty, but on it is inscribed that.
Okay, thank you. My apologies, Mathis.
No, that's
Oh,
all.
and there is a door here too. Sorry.
It's fine. This looks like just a storeroom of some sort.
Yeah, when you go in here, it looks like a storage room. Can you roll me a investigation?
Oh, I can. It won't be pretty, but I can do it. Oh, 18. Not bad.
It's
It
actually
looks
very
like a
nice.
storage room. Yeah.
I love it when GMs do that. Am I in a storage room?
Oh,
roll
ain't nothing
investigation.
in. Ain't
Yeah,
nothing in
yeah.
here.
Looks like a storage room.
I'm going to be looking at this pedestal over here for my investigations.
Which thing?
The empty
You-
pedestal.
The empty pedestal?
Yeah.
It looks like something belongs here.
Okay.
Can you roll me what would be your best magic? Like history?
Arcana.
I do have Arcana.
Yeah, roll your Arcana.
I don't have advantage. Sorry. Didn't turn that off
You
from
don't have
earlier.
advantage roll.
Oh.
It looks like something belongs on the pedestal. That's as much as I can give you with a 9.
Yes,
Sorry.
that's fine.
I'm still looking
That's so
over
sad. You have +7
the
to that.
tomb at the moment. Quite often, like an important sarcophagus, they might carve the likeness of the person inside on top, or they might carve like a mural, kind of depicting the great moments in that person's life along the side. Is there something similar like that here? What kind of
it is.
imagery
On
would
it
I
is
see?
carved a body. It appears to be someone important. You don't recognize it personally,
Okay.
but it does look like somebody that's important, and it's inlaid in gold, and it has like that little text on it that you can.
Any
read.
sort of scenes around it? Do they depict battle? Was this like an important, or maybe someone who was in battle a lot, or were they more shown with like subjects in more supplicant kind of role
It's just
positions?
the body of the person.
Oh, it's just the body. Okay.
like yeah. So it's
Okay.
not. There's no like decorations of like other
Okay. No, that's
scenery.
fine. Well, I mean,
It almost
this
looks
tomb
like.
seems important.
Roll me a perception check real quick,
Okay.
since you're up really close to it.
17.
with the 17, I'll give you that it almost looks like someone put it here. Like it wasn't here to begin with, but someone put it here.
Dane, you've got keen eyes. Come here a moment.
Yeah, there's not much in here. And I will go exactly over to there and start looking over it.
You read on it, and it says, Father, Son, Lord, on it, and that's all it says.
Rickety Cricket. It says Father, Son, and Lord.
What language is this?
Do we need to answer that question?
I wouldn't have asked it if it was a question I didn't want an answer to.
I just make sure nobody's like too close around, and I kind of lean in and I'm like, it's the language of like demons and devils and stuff. Just
Abyssal?
Oi, did somebody say abyssal? Where?
I'm making like various signs of warding with my fingers.
No, there was nothing, Master Dwarf. You're amazing. Get back to celestialing things over there.
I'm gonna sort of glare at Dane just as that, because I'm right there. It's like
I think
I
the glare
lean
hits
over,
my
like
knees.
fully over, hands on the tomb. You can speak Abyssal.
Well, you say speak. I mean, I can read it and write it, and yeah, I suppose I can speak it too.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about this later on.
Yeah.
A long, in-depth conversation. You're gonna explain yourself.
Only if you want incredible details.
I do not.
Oh, God.
If you ask
involves-
questions, you get details. If you ask questions, you get details.
Does it involve sex?
Doesn't everything? I mean, you're looking at a tomb. I mean, does this not make you think? Never mind.
I'm gonna go down.
I look over to Sylvie to you. My eyes are like, what? And then I just turn away and I go to inspect one of the other pillars. It's like, nope, I'm noping out of this conversation. That is enough. I don't want to know.
And I'm gonna go down to see what Ungrim is doing. Ungrim,
Pushing on this door.
you're pushing the door
Really
and the
hard.
door did not budge.
Is it a pull door? I pull it.
You can't pull. Pushing, pulling, nothing happens. I must roll a strength check.
Sure.
I would love it if you said, yes, actually, that's exactly the problem.
Yeah, you had to pull it.
16.
No, it doesn't budge. You are putting like all your effort into it. You would think that it would budge, but it's not.
Like, does it give you any hint of movement? Like, because sometimes when you're pushing against something and it doesn't even, like, there's no sign that you could push it, even with a lot more
It's not even a
strength.
slight rocking.
Push it open. Roll me an investigation really quick.
Sure.
Can I help?
As you're looking at it, I mean, you're probably
No.
touching your dwarf. Oh
Yeah.
man, do it. Re-roll me both with advantage because you are a dwarf.
Okay.
That's
I was gonna
racist.
say, I was gonna say,
16.
Dane.
With the 16, you do think that there's probably a mechanism that will open this door.
Okay. I guess I'll start looking around then for something to pull on, push on. If this is a pot, I'll just kind of like take it and push it off. Just like
That's what happens.
Maggie, do I notice him being absolutely ridiculous over there?
Yeah, you can. Sure. I don't know where
no,
you
ridiculous.
are.
I'm looking for a device.
Hey, dwarf. Do you need a hand?
There's got to be something that opens this door. I've seen things like this. I've crafted things like this when I was young.
Don't you
I'm
think
I'm
it might
sure.
have something to do with the? And I point at the missing gem on top of the pedestal.
Oh, you might be right.
It could be, but there are multiple doors that are shut. Maybe we should just check the other doors before we get obsessed on this one.
Anything in this little nook that I can play with?
It was a pantry, Mathis.
There was a statue there with some writing on it, but it's also an abyssal.
Can I pick up the statue and move it?
Yeah, you can pick up the
Does it
statue.
open the door?
No, it does not.
I put
open
the statue back.
What are you, dwarf? What are you doing? Can you just let me look at this and go over and just kind of read the statue real quick?
He's doing the right thing. He's got the idea.
Oh, I know. It's just RP. So I read what the statue says.
The statue says, fulfill the life that once lived.
Hey, Rickett, for some reason, I think we need to like fulfill the life that once lived.
I turn around. From this distance, given the lighting, can I see that there's a statue there with writing on it?
It's like leaning on the wall, just kind of like, yeah, I fulfill the life that once lived. I think that's what we need to do here. Yeah.
I just shake my head at him. It's like, and what exactly does that mean? What do you think that means?
Something about sanguine life force. It needs to fulfill the life that once lived. Says
your words make
Lord,
me feel uneasy.
My words make me feel uneasy from times. I haven't had wine in days. Ugh. And I just kind of like walk off, leaving it, making no sense.
All right.
I wander over towards this. Is this an open doorway here?
Can you ping where you're at?
My character that right there?
Yeah, that is an open door.
Okay, well I step in and have a look.
That way. Go ahead.
Okay.
There's no doors in any of that.
Okay,
area.
no doors.
Yeah.
Well, I actually
look
at each one in turn. I don't go into the rooms. I was like, okay, another fountain. And we'll go, okay,
yeah.
another fountain. Do they look very, like from this distance, visibly different?
Yes. They each look different and they each have a different encryption on those. But all of it's invisible.
Okay, after a moment, Dane, I don't know why, but I've got this odd feeling that your eyes are going to be better at this than mine. I just don't know why.
Oh, your dwarven's eyes are best in dark.
You know what? My eyes are piercing green and full of glory. I would be more than happy to solve this story. So here I come to save the day, my friend Rickard, and we'll solve it. Gay.
All right.
As he's saying that, and I walked past him, I said, "Your eyes are full of seething black evilness."
Master Ungrim, would you prefer that perhaps if strength cannot break the door, perhaps my abilities could, through sheer force?
Defiling of the tomb.
All right. So this one says, fuel that feeds the flame. And this one right here in the middle.
I'm sorry, Maggie, something about feeding fuel that feeds the flame?
Yeah, fuel that feeds the flame. And this one in the center says tasteless libation.
You know, you said libation?
Libation.
Libation. That makes so much more sense. You know, something about the fuel that feeds the flame really makes me think of tasteless libation there, Rickett. I don't know. It's rather strange. So I have a good feeling that someone's going to need a bleed here, and I know who should.
Roll me an int check, actually.
No problem. No, really, I really think someone else should be bleeding here. Into maybe the fountain and see kind of what goes from there. My intelligence check is it's not rolling for me, you bastard. You're still not rolling for me. Why?
Is it lagging?
Maybe I might roll like a ton of
instruments. Yeah, it might end up rolling like dozens.
I'm going to
5 million checks.
I'm reloading Maggie. I'm sorry, refreshing my browser.
Okay.
Loading.
Is there anything else
Loading.
you wanted to? Are you going to cast an ability? Or are you going to let him do this? Do you think that's a good idea, Ungrim?
Well, Ungrim just kind of like when Silverdew says that, he's like, no, I know
19.
my dwarven senses tell
7
me
was your first one.
there is something in this tomb that'll open it. Look for something, a switch, perhaps a loose candlestick or something.
I think it's blood.
Ungrim,
still with 7.
Ungrim, it seems that Dane's superior, unfathomable intelligence has stumbled upon the potential key to this puzzle. We need lamp oil, we need water and blood. I volunteer Dane, since his blood is clearly superior.
Agreed.
You notice that there are some lanterns around.
Dude!
Dane, where do we need to put you to bleed?
Oh, I'm sorry. He actually got that a little bit wrong. You see, this place is a little creepy. And so they actually need a little bit of creepy blood. And there's nothing more creepy
than a man who sleeps with anything that walks.
It's fine, Dane. We'll bleed the demons out of you. It's fine.
Demons? There are demons in him.
What?
I think the correction would be he's been in demons, but yeah, more or less.
Oh, have you defiled your body, Dane?
I am at a loss of words with
Do you
what
need
is
to
being
be
said around me.
cleansed by my god?
I believe your god is the keeper of secrets under the mountain. I'm gonna let you put two and two together of what that means.
You know, for a moment, Dane, I forgot who I worshipped, and I'm not quite sure why.
And in the meanwhile, I'll let you know there are quite a few dwarven lasses who have a few secrets being kept under the mountain.
Oh, that was for a moment really nice until he got creepy.
I really should know my own history. I'm old. I forget things.
Like that of a vengeance paladin, and she totally kills Silverdew.
Why would I kill Silverdew though?
Vengeance.
For what? Vengeance for what?
Well,
life.
Whilst Dane is trying to extract himself from the sticky situation I just put him in, I start looking around and assuming that this lantern's on the map because it's really clear and obvious to anyone who's looking.
Yeah.
I eventually spot it and make my way over to it and
Okay.
pick it up. This will do.
Does indeed have oil in it.
Assume lantern oil. I open it up and I take a sniff. What kind of lantern oil is it?
It's I don't know. It's oil.
GM doesn't even know where the lantern oil comes from. This is important information. Maybe it was rendered from human fat. That's not lantern oil I want to play with.
I don't know. It's just oil.
It's fine. It
whale
smells
oil.
like normal oil. Here you go.
So we need oil, we need blood, and what else?
Water. And I
Okay.
pull up my water skin and just slosh it side to side. It's about half full.
Where does
Hope this
one
is
need
enough.
to bleed, Reichert?
I turn to Dane.
I have a really good feeling that the place that Silverdew should bleed is in this room over here, the one that you found first, Master Dwarf.
Yeah, this one is the one that said sanguine.
There's really, you know what, because you see, it's specifically something about, like, I'm just getting these like psychic readings from this room that it needs some
Oh, that's
cherry
enough
blood.
out of you, Dane. And I start walking towards you. Come on, let's go.
No. It needs.
You're gonna make him bleed.
It needs optimistic.
as
or
you're like
positive
talking,
blood.
as you're like
No,
talking,
listen,
my hand hits your
stop,
mouth.
stop. My blood is deep.
And I start pushing you into the room.
I'm just gonna walk over here and just like look at you and say like, look, what you need is someone to volunteer to assist you.
I
And I'm gonna take out
volunteer
a
Dane.
knife
I like pull a
and just
dagger.
go like this to my hand and let it drip in. It might need more though.
Thank you.
Master Dwarf.
I imagine it does. Don't worry about cutting him too deep. My sword can close the wound fairly well.
As I'm just, do I take damage for cutting myself?
65.
You'll take some damage. I mean, it depends on how long you're gonna stand there and bleed. The fountain, you'd like fill the fountain.
Yes.
So.
Maybe just spread it around the fountain, just kind of like walk around, letting things drip for a little bit.
You're starting.
Silverdew, before
So as
you get dizzy, perhaps we should put the fuel in all of these containers. I don't know. Maybe.
I assume you should do that while I am.
Yeah, like
Still
it's
fine.
hard. Like go fucking do that. That's great. Oh my gosh.
Dane, I don't know which to put what in. You have the weird psychic
The middle one
readings.
said tasteless libation, and the far left one said fuel that feeds the flame.
The one at the far end over there, just like really, really happy for a second that I didn't have to, the one at the far end over there, go put the fire over there and looking at my wineskin, maybe I use this for the middle one.
Well, it said tasteless libations,
Trust
unless
me,
your
this
wine
pretty-
is tasteless.
This is pretty shit wine.
I suspect you may be wrong, but you're the one with the psychic readings.
Fine. What other tasteless libations are about? And I do know that there was like the pantry or something like that was way down here, Maggie, or something else that was around here for where we can get the other item from.
There, Yeah, down here he saw that there's a storage room, but it doesn't have. It seems to be more of like an armor storage room. This one down here.
Yep.
But you guys still have not opened this door.
Okay.
Or this door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So hey, Silverdew, can you do me a favor? Just stand there and keep bleeding. However, before you dump that oil over into the far room over there, we should probably check out the other rooms because I think you're right. I mean, I know I nabbed this wine from the commoners, but it does have some flavor to it. It's just piss. It just tastes like piss.
Why do you like drinking piss?
No, it's
Don't. We do not. This
No?
party does not kink shame Reichert. Let him be.
Why must you twist every one of my words, Reichert? Why? You know, I'm gonna call you Reichert from now on. You are Reichert until you learn to respect a fellow, and don't kink shame. Really?
That's a fair point.
I'm going to go check out this room because I was going to that room.
Look at my hand. It seems to be filled with a good amount of blood now, and I guess I probably should.
Okay,
Stop.
so you're gonna stop filling it up.
Yes.
So who wants to go first? I think we have someone over here. I think that's Mathis, right?
Yeah, yep.
That's Ungrim wants to go into this room, and let's go show what Ungrim's doing since.
I mean, I'll follow Umgren because after I'm done bleeding, I kind of want to like get his help.
Yeah. So you are going to open up this door.
Yep.
You're just gonna try to open it, right?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, try.
The door. Yeah, the door opens.
Ooh.
And you're able to get in.
What's in?
Oh, I thought it was one of those spinny doors for a second. I was like, was he pushing the gates really hard and then just did a whoop and he just fell flat on his face? That would have been so good.
And
Oh, my
in this
Lord.
room, you find 3. They're like jugs, and when you look inside the jugs, one of them has blood in it.
Yeah.
One of them has oil in it, and one of them has water in it.
Alright, I pick up a jug, whatever one the middle one is, and I turn around, and I sigh heavily, and it's like, walk out. Oi! Idiots! Over here!
Maggie, as he's yelling that and checking that out, what's in this room over here?
Okay, so you're gonna go into that room. Give me a second. And you see another tomb. It's a smaller tomb, and on it is engraved. It looks more like a feminine person, and it is not inlaid in gold, but it still has a very intricate design on it. And there's to the left of it a treasure room.
Excuse me, could you say that one more time?
To the left of it is a treasure room.
I have a 25 passive
And
investigation.
on the door, because it has like a window and you can see into it, it has a note.
What does the note say?
It says, "Take one, for if greed consumes you, so shall his wrath."
Sounds great. I look in the room first, and I look around to see what's there with, again, a 25 investigation passive. Or I can roll.
You
what
see
is...
an ornate treasure chest.
Mhm,
It definitely has a trap on it.
Okay. Is that it? Just the treasure chest with a trap on it, or is there other stuff around as well?
There's like fancy rugs and like a gauntlet and some really nice female armor, and there's a couple weapons. There's a painting of a beautiful woman, and like a bunch of just really nice things that like you would leave when someone dies, that you would leave in their tomb with them.
Excuse me, how beautiful is this woman?
What?
How beautiful is this woman?
How beautiful is she?
Yeah.
She is absolutely gorgeous. 10 out of 10.
If I go to look where he is in 5 minutes because he hasn't turned up, and I
Whoa,
find him humping
whoa,
the
whoa,
stone
whoa.
tomb where she's been carved,
Come on.
I'm just going to
Come on.
close the door and I'm going to bar it from the other side. I'm
Is
just
that-
going to walk away.
Is he going to need 10 minutes?
Okay, first of all,
Does he require my services?
hold on. Whoa.
Oh my Lord.
First of all, Maggie, is that painting inside this room or outside this room?
It is inside of the room. It's inside with with all the other treasures and stuff.
I'm not even gonna. I don't need to open this chest. I grab that portrait of the gorgeous woman. I take that one item and I pay respect where respect is due. I roll it up, throw it in my pack as safely as I can to make sure I don't harm the wonderful piece.
It's in a frame, so it's gonna take you a little bit longer than. So you take time.
Oh, is the frame glass? Does it have like a glass face to it?
It doesn't have glass, but it is. The frame is gold, trimmed with intricate little designs, and it's like, yeah, it's like carved.
Wait, the frame's gold? I
Yeah.
do not take it out of the frame. Look, I'll take this one item. I'm so happy with it.
It's a giant painting. Like it takes up the full wall almost.
Ooh, I have a strength
You
of
can
11.
take it off the thing and roll it up and put it in your pack.
No, I get that, but the frame is gold, and frame
the
and
frame is
portrait
gold.
sound like one item to me.
Yeah.
You know, 1 + 1 = 1, Maggie.
Okay.
I'm gonna press strength and see if I can take that frame down. If I can't, I'll go with option
you
B,
can-
which is just.
I'm not
stretch
even gonna make you roll. You can take the frame down. It's not a difficult feat to take. It's not even hanging. It's just like up. It's like up against the wall, like laying there, and there's like a bunch of stuff around. It's kind of like it looks like kind of like a shrine to her.
That sounds amazing. This woman needs some respects paid due, and I'm going to put this in my home. That's right.
I don't think anything he's going to do in regards to that
You're just
painting
gonna
is
carry around
respectful.
this painting. I love it. Okay.
Okay, I have proficiency in land vehicles. I don't need to carry it. I have some donkey pull a cart, and luckily we have Silver Dew here to pull that cart for me. So I'm going to grab the painting and pull it the whole frame and everything and kind of drag it out of the room.
Yeah, when you take it out there, if anyone else wants to look at it,
At about this time, considering how long it would have taken him, I would have emptied the lantern oil into the fountain. Did that do anything, or is that just,
did you guys put everything in each of the fountains at this
Not
point?
yet.
Okay, so just the blood. You've just put blood in the one fountain. You put the oil in the other.
Mhm.
Nothing has happened now. Like
Okay.
you are putting stuff in those fountains.
I'll take the other jug and put it in the other fountain.
You're gonna put the water.
Hey!
Jug in the water
Yeah.
fountain or what? The
Yeah,
blood?
like I just want to put the jugs in their respective fountains, basically.
Okay, so
Hey guys, I found a bunch of loot.
Not now, Dane. We're trying to put some liquid in fountains.
But there's loot.
Dane, there are demons to kill.
as you do
But there's
this,
loot.
each of the fountains, like once everything's full, each of the fountains lifts up out of the ground and they start spinning around. And each of them just keeps spinning around, and whatever liquid was inside of them starts draining through drain holes. And please put your bodies where they're supposed to be, where you are right now.
Okay.
I'm assuming I put some.
One person's putting the water in the last one, or whoever else is in there with them.
I'm still
The water's in
following
this middle one right
Bleeding.
here.
Ungrim to try to get Keelan.
How much HP did you lose?
I don't know. Maggie never said.
How much what?
How much did I lose for all the blood I lost?
How long were you there?
I don't know. We were talking for like a little bit.
Long enough for everyone else to leave him and for him
Yes.
to be like, okay, yeah, I'm stopping this now, and then walking out by himself.
Yes.
Or herself, rather.
We'll do. Roll me 2d6.
Holy crap!
That's how much you'll take.
Okay.
You must have hit an artery.
I know.
Silverdew does not waste time. It's not across the
Well,
street with Silverdew. It's straight down the road. It's just like,
first,
yep.
actually, to see if you would know how to cut yourself properly.
That's fine. 4, you're not getting any
but I
healing.
think 4 is gonna
Okay.
be
4. I'm fine then. Yeah.
I look at your cut and I'm like, you'll live.
Okay, so you're in the middle
Probably.
one, and the rest of you are here.
Yeah.
Wait, so 2 of you are here, or is this? Just
I'm here
one?
in the blood fountain.
I will probably just be out in the main room then.
Okay.
No, I would.
Right
Let's say that I was
Who's-
still around there.
Who put the water in the water one?
No one has done that yet.
Okay, well
I
nothing
put
has happened.
The blood in, but I thought,
I thought
yeah.
the Ungrim said he was putting them in the respective.
Yeah,
I
I
was,
thought-
but I'm
no,
saying
no.
like we're doing the last. I was doing them in their respective ones, and now I'm in like the last one doing the blood. Say
Okay, so you did the oil
Yeah.
first, then the water, and then the
oil,
blood.
water, blood.
Before you even get to the blood one, so
Okay.
you are at the water one.
That's that one.
Before you
Okay.
even get to the other ones, this happens. What I described.
Oh, the
earlier.
swirling. Oh, probably because what's
So these light
honeydew
up.
did the silver dew did the
full
thing.
of stuff.
oh, that's awesome.
They
Wow.
start spinning around, and the 2 gentlemen out here, or well, I guess the lady and gentleman out here.
Mhm.
So Dane and Silver both hear a click of this door.
Well, that seems to have worked.
Hey, two things, guys. One, the door is unlocked, but more important than that, too. Oh, number two is always more important. I found some loot.
Dane, why are you carrying an enormous picture?
This is amazing artwork, and I can do the best.
Hi.
And I hoist it up so you guys can see it.
And Dane, we found some wine in a jug over there.
What?
We found some wine.
Oh, you were trolling him? How could
Whoa, okay. Wine sounds great, and I'm totally gonna take that wine. But in the meanwhile, look at this painting.
So you look at this painting,
it's fine
and
enough.
the gold trim is intricate. There's a beautiful woman on it. She has dark black raven curly hair, and it's got some really beautiful braids in it. And she has like these piercing green eyes, that just like, and a smile that just, it's very warm.
What color is Silverdew's hair and what color is Silverdew's eyes?
Black hair, silver eyes, actually.
Okay. Just so you know, brunette with green eyes. Just saying. This looks like she could be my mother. No, wait, stop it, damn it, edit. Oh no.
I turned to Ungrim. What just happened? It was like something was going on in his head faster than.
You know him better than I do.
I never ask anymore.
I'm beginning to side with Silverdew.
It's a nice painting, though. Why are you carrying it around? That question still hasn't been answered.
Oh, there's a room that says you can only take one thing, and this is clearly the best thing in that room, so I took this one.
Dane has clearly become a grave robber.
What? No, there's literally a room that tells you can take one thing. Come here, look, I'll show you. I mean, I got a psychic reading that says there's a room that you can take only one thing from.
Okay, Dave, this game has gone far enough. When something is telling you in Abyssal that you can take something, that usually comes with a price.
Abyssal? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you say that out loud, and Ungrim's like, Abyssal? You can read Abyssal, Dane!
What's Abyssal?
I like reach for your throat. Since when could you speak the tongue of a demon?
Calm down. Since long before I've known you. Calm down.
I've been traveling with someone evil this entire time.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
We don't know that he's evil. He just doesn't. He isn't picky with where he puts his tongue.
And the way it moves to speak that language doesn't hurt either. Get off.
I let your neck go.
Ungrim, is it not that some learn these languages to know more about fighting their enemies? Perhaps Dane was smart enough to...
No.
I was gonna say, as Silverdew was finishing that, I'm like,
a good
Silverdew, just stay out of the conversation. Don't even want you in here.
Do you believe
reasonable attempt?
Dane is trying to
Far
educate
too generous,
himself?
though.
I really honestly thought that was the way Dane was going to take it, but you didn't take it that way. And I was like,
So you guys want some loot or what?
now there's some weird story about a succubus.
Not from
And Tyrannies. Just saying. I'm solving the blood wars in my bedroom. Just saying. You're telling me that you don't want to take loot when there's literally a sign that says you can do so.
We are here to kill
literally
demons.
what I'm saying.
You can loot things afterward.
There might not be an opportunity afterwards. What if after we finish doing what we do here, this place starts like literally before we even open up this door and look inside, I need to make sure this painting's on the far side of the room, because if we have to leave here in a hurry, I want to make sure this is coming with me.
What? Would it be something like when we kill the enemy that's in charge of this place, the place would collapse? What madness would that be?
I don't know how many tombs you've robbed, but I've been in quite a few, and it happens quite more often than not. So whether it be collapsing sand ceilings, or literally the ceiling falling, or filling up with water, or just fire run through the place.
We all start fading from existence in 30 minutes. We better hurry.
Whoa, that was deep. I start immediately pushing the painting across the room towards the exit as quickly as I can.
You put the painting across the room. Are you guys going to go through the door?
Yes.
Yes.
You open the door, and behind it, roll me a perception check real quick.
I do not want to be in this spot that I'm standing in at the moment.
To everyone.
Tough. You've gotten it. Oh yes, not 20.
I have a passive 24. Does that help me? because I only rolled
all
an 11.
noticed that there would be a trap.
Yeah, I see it.
At the front of the door.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it. It's right here. It's
the two things that go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, the ones that the Dane is literally stood between before he noticed, before he thought to check.
Yep.
And the one that everyone else in the party stood on the other side of the door first. I was like,
Yep.
No. I'm sorry. The dwarf literally ran all the way down to here. Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
we may have been traveling together for metaphorical years, but it's like my first day all over again.
And hold on, this looks like the Ark of the Covenant. Just saying. All right, let's keep going.
it does actually.
Just saying.
You notice that there would have been a trap there. Oh snap! Look at that.
Oh damn! Look at that.
Oh Jesus, that's scary.
It would have smashed you. It would have been pretty epic, but
No, it wouldn't have.
So you're good. Yeah, you guys make it through. Fine. It appears to you that what you did earlier. What did I just do to that? Removed the trap.
Okay.
So you're good. Or disabled it.
I see you, trap.
Now
So
we'll
you
go
go in
through.
and there is a chest, an ornate chest.
Excuse me, this is clearly the job of a man that's better suited for doing this job.
I'm
clearly.
looking
Perhaps
at
we
the
shouldn't
tomb,
open
looking
it.
for the strange script that I don't like, that makes my head bleed a little bit.
It looks as if it's some kind of chest that perhaps if someone would open it, maybe their face would melt.
Is the sarcophagus covered in abyssal script, or the script that I don't recognize, but
The
I now
chest
more or
has
less know.
nothing. The ornate chest has no inscription on it. It's just a very beautiful chest. It looks like it's newer than anything else in here. Like everything else has this aged effect. Like it had been somewhere for a long time. Like even the tomb that you guys saw in the center of the room, it looked like it didn't belong there, but it still looked like it was in that era. This looks like it's within your era.
Oh, okay.
There's something wrong about. Just as a precaution, I'm gonna go and stand outside of the door that might close when someone opens this, so that at least someone can let you back out.
Ricky, could you please do me a favor, sir? Could you please grow a pair? And Master Dwarf, get over here and help me examine this thing. Mathis, are you proficient in investigation?
I don't know, Scott. Am I?
I don't know your character sheet. I can't see
Investigation? No, I am not.
that. Is anybody else here proficient in investigation? Okay, I will roll investigation on my own. Thank you.
What are you
28.
investigating?
The chest.
Okay. It just looks like a very beautiful chest that is newer. It doesn't look like it belongs here, but it looks beautiful.
Does the lid look about 25 pounds?
Does the chest look like it's about 25 pounds?
No, the lid.
Oh, the lid?
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
really
sure.
weird number to ask.
Spell carry capacity, I imagine.
What?
It's a spell carry capacity, I imagine.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10 pounds.
A beautiful young chest.
Oh, he's thinking mage hand.
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
thinking mage hand.
Here,
Sorry.
10 pens makes way more sense than 25. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
He's asking, can he open that with mage hand, Maggie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, if that's the
Then
case,
while they're
then we'll
looking at it,
all
I'm just
step
gonna
back.
mage hand it.
Well, that's foolish.
No, it's too late.
Oh, it's too late, apparently. We're
You
all
open
standing
it-
right
you
next to
open
it
the
when it
chest,
opens up.
Inside of the chest, hold on, I have another thing that's in a different layer and I have to move it.
Apparently, somebody doesn't care about the party's safety. It's because she likes
Um,
to defile corpses.
You see a gem inside of it.
There it is.
Orb. It looks just like the orbs that were out there in the other room.
If anybody else reaches for it before me, I will slap their hand, and then I'll reach for it.
What?
Go
I
ahead,
imagine that
Dane.
it's everyone just slapping each other trying to grab it.
Maggie,
just
can
gonna
you
walk
resend
back
to the map
into
real
the
quick?
I got it.
Thank you. And so I'm going to reach forward and grab the thing.
Okay. You grab it, and
Mm-hmm.
Rocks fall, you die.
I think I can give you permission. No, I can't because it's not an NPC. Oh.
I assume we just bring it over and put it on the pedestal.
I can. Haha. There you go. Now you should be able to move it. I think.
It is. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this.
I head back
Now
out with Sil with you.
Oh,
Mhm.
I moved. There we go. Let me go like this. Haha. Let me just turn. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm going to walk out with it. I'm glowing.
Are you leaving too, Silver, or are you staying in that room?
Oh, it's me.
That's
That's not you.
Yep,
That's
I move.
As you guys leave the room, the door closes, and it makes a click noise. It's like click, and it does not appear that you could probably open that door again without doing the same thing you did before.
I told you. Just didn't happen at the time I thought it would.
Should
I ready my weapon as he seems about to put that thing on the pedestal.
Should I proceed?
I'll summon my blade.
Well, you've gone this far.
That doesn't necessarily mean that the answer is yes.
The answer
Should
is
I
yes.
proceed?
I think you should do this.
Yes.
Before I do this, let me just do 1 second. I'm gonna go look at the tomb again, right here, and see if it says anything on it.
It doesn't say anything other than what we said before. It says like
Father, Son,
Son, Lord. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, Father, Son, Lord.
Oh, the Father.
You know what, guys? Oh, my arms hurt. Oh, maybe
Wicked, if you don't put that on the pedestal, I will shove my rapier so far up your ass. It is going to tickle your brain.
That was a really strange thing for you to say to yourself. I'm not the only one that heard him say Ricket, right?
He did say Ricket.
just saying.
I mean, you say it so
you know,
many times.
I can't fight with you, Lord, Sir Ricket. I can't fight with you. And I put the thing gently down on the ground, and I back off slowly.
It's like 5:30. I haven't slept.
Back away slowly.
Oh,
like,
you fools.
I agree with you.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, so our paladin valiantly puts the orb on.
I can't do. I'm trying.
I can't believe I just did that.
But it's like it's limited to the grid, so I can't do
any
better than that.
Oh, because it's not a it's not a drawing. It needs to be drawing.
I have to do both. There you go.
There you go. It's on.
As it lands on there, all 4 pillars start glowing even brighter than they were before. And sorry, I have to do some weird finicky stuff. And the tomb opens up. And
whoa.
Give me a second. It's a little weird.
I'm totally thinking Saga Frontier right now.
This guy. Is it Shiftsy? Right? This guy spawns out of there. He doesn't really look like that, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, that's a shame, because that looks awesome.
He looks like a king. Yeah, I was trying to find something that looked like, I don't know. He had like spikes. I couldn't find something. I needed an undead king, and that's what I could find. Or not undead, but like king that is coming back to life from being a skeleton. Just pretend that that's what you see. You see a skeleton sit up, and it has a beautiful ornate crown on it. Armor that is gorgeous, still gold, still sparkling. The cloth that's on it is probably dusty and gross, but it has like a sash. And it's this bright red, but obviously a little dusty. And you hear him say, and it sounds almost like it's coming from all the walls and into your ears as you hear this. And it says, "Who hath awakened me from my slumber?"
What language? What language? Hold on. What language? What language?
Oh, shit.
Take his head.
What language?
He says it's in Abyssal.
Damn it.
Okay. So before we go all Baldur's Gate style and we fight like a hidden lich and get pwned, I said before we go all Baldur's Gate style and fight a hidden lich and get pwned,
I can tell.
I go, hold on. It is I, Lord, what is his name again?
Hylas.
Hylas. It is I, Lord Hylas, your humble servant, Dane Olirance, that is here to serve you. I brought you back so that you can give us the commands that you have planned for so long.
And he's saying all of this in Abyssal.
He points to you as he stands up fully now.
Oh, Maggie, before you respond, I'm so sorry. I'm going to use a persuasion to charm him. He has to make an insight against that DC I just rolled right there.
Okay, insight?
Mm-hmm.
If he succeeds, all it means is he's not charmed. There's nothing bad. If he fails, it means he's charmed.
He rolled a 28.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Makes sense, he's the boss.
Yeah. He points at you and he says, You call me by my first name. Who do you think you are?
Naughty.
A servant of yours that has survived through the ages. I've known you so well and for so long. I've forgotten myself, my lord. My apologies. I've defended this tomb from raiders for a considerable time and
Roll deception.
Absolutely. Damn.
He does not believe that you've done this.
Okay.
I was waiting for the one, honestly. This was the moment for a one, honestly.
I was waiting for Maggie to say we had inspiration.
You want to use inspiration?
Well, do we have?
It's too late.
It's too late now.
The only
But did
person
we
who
have
has
it?
inspiration is Rickert.
Why not me? I said kind words to a corpse that I stabbed my friend over.
I'm saying, the only one who has it. I didn't tell you had it.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe you and says, "You say you have protected this tomb, but your armor, it does not look dented."
My lord, please, if it's not too much for me to speak my mind, but I am an incredible warrior and I do not get hit very often.
By the way, you guys are all hearing this and it sounds like...
I'm looking, I'm watching Ungrim right now. I'm one hand up to my ear because it's like having snakes crawling around inside my head, listening to this language. And I'm watching Ungrim, and I'm waiting for Ungrim's response.
Anybody else could...
Ungrim, you clearly see he has his warhammer gripped tightly, and he's darting his head back and forth between Dane and this guy. And I look not happy.
Okay.
He'll give it off a little bit more before he does something.
Let me roll one more thing on my end.
Mathis is going to drop a third level bomb on this guy.
Are you guys like... So you said that you're like readying your weapon and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, my weapon is at the ready, for sure.
Okay. And you say you serve me, but why? And he looks around and he looks each of you in the eyes, and as he looks at you in the eyes, it looks like he's looking into your soul. It kind of like makes you feel uncomfortable. And he says, "Then why do you ready your weapons?"
Maggie, that painting, that room, that sarcophagus, did that seem like his wife or daughter?
Roll me a perception, and we'll see if you perceived. 18. Okay. It looks like it was probably his wife.
Okay. I say, if I'm to be completely honest with you, my lord, and I know this is out of turn, and I do apologize, but ignore them, as he says the other part. Ignore them. They're hired servants, and they don't understand things. And I'll say in common to them, stand down. Stand down. And I'll turn back to him and say, your wife, she was renowned for her incredible beauty, her beauty that has lasted across all of the ages. And I know this is inappropriate for me to say to you, but I've fallen in love with the beauty of your wife, and I've sworn a vow of chastity in protecting specifically her tomb from any form of defilement. And so working for you through my love of your wife, and I wish nothing but to bring peace and harmony to you and her, and to aid you in any way possible. However, things are not going well in this world, and you have set a way to bring you back should we need you, and now is that time. Here you are.
Persuasion, I guess that would be. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be deception though? Because he is lying.
Are you lying? Do you like her? Do you? Yeah, you kind of like.
I didn't worship the wife, but I certainly do now.
Roll me deception as well. That's true. You are kind of. Okay.
Avic, you're fired. Mathis, mute Avic for me. Mute him. Kick him.
Hey, I'm muting you. It's your tongue getting us into trouble.
I'm gonna do a little combo of that. So he believes that you do think his wife is beautiful. I mean, what man could not resist her? But he doesn't believe that. And he does believe that something bad is happening. He can tell that you're telling the truth on that front. but he doesn't believe that you worship her. Also, he thinks that's weird that you were to worship her, because you should worship him. So
She's better.
You worship that woman? Beauty blinds you. But you say there is trouble. And then he speaks in common, because he noticed that you talked to everybody else in common. Did you guys all lower your weapons?
I did.
I did not.
You did not?
No.
He's going to look at Ungrim and point out at you and say, you, in common he says to you, you, why do you not halter?
You speak the tongue of demons.
Ungrim, just silence your tongue. The language is what is necessary.
Quiet, demon fucker.
I will literally giggle at that one.
I think we all will.
Yeah, and my reaction was so genuine there, it has to be the character's reaction. Even in this really grim setting, is this attack just coming out of nowhere? It's like...
I bring the best out of Mathis. What can I say?
He says, he looks at you and he kind of smirks, because the demon fucker comment, it also humored him. And he gives like a weird smirk with a skeleton face, which is kind of it just makes you feel weird. And would you not speak this way if you were to die?
I would kill those who speak that way. And be by the side of my God if I die.
Listen, you didn't have much conviction with your God when we had somebody defiling a corpse earlier, and now you're gonna speak up.
Listen, I forgot who I worshipped. Give me a little slack. He keeps
corpse
himself
was less defiled than you would defile anything.
Excuse me, I say in abyssal to him, excuse me, my lord. And then I'm gonna turn over to Ungrim, and I'm gonna say, Master Dwarf, you are a worshiper of the Keeper of Secrets under the mountain. Is this not a secret to be kept under this mountain? Is this not something that needs to be held steadfast within our teeth? Is this not a secret that we should hold close to our chest?
He says in common.
Damn it! If you let me finish, I'm going to pull off my power on Mathis.
Why do you awaken me?
Damn it!
Demons haunt this land. Did you say that in common?
Yeah, he says it in common.
Demons haunt this land, murder its people. I'm sure a ruler of it would not allow this.
Who is ruling now?
Who is ruling now?
Can we all make a history check, Maggie?
Yeah, you can all make a history check.
All right, there we go. I'll take a 22, natty 20. What the fuck? I know. Don't worry, Lord. I come with the information for you.
Dane is the only one who knows. Oh, wait.
Of course.
Yeah, Dane knows.
I got 17.
Who do we have else?
It's all good. It's all
Dane
good.
knows exactly who it is, and it is someone that goes by the name of Medea.
My lord, if I can speak again, I have this information.
Medea goes to throne room.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was amazing.
He looks at you and he says, speak.
It's this weak man by the name of Medea. He can't control his lands or his people.
And he like echoes throughout the tomb or the crypt, and he says, that is no man.
It's a sassy woman, actually.
Is it actually a woman? I don't know. I was
It's a woman.
Yeah.
I would know that.
Yeah, it's based
Well,
on
Maggie,
name.
you didn't tell me the gender. I assumed
the
gender
future.
because when you
Yes,
say
you
ruler,
gender.
you say
You're-
Medea. I was like, I don't know. It sounds like a dude to me.
You assumed the gender.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not 2017 in this fucking world. I should know the gender.
Okay, yeah, you would know the gender. That's fine.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, it's a woman.
So it's a weak woman. Blah 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 blah. And not weak because she's a woman. Weak because
It's not 2017, shush.
He's
words.
back by that for a moment when you say the name Medea, and he says, "Medea, we cannot let this continue. What is it that she needs? Or what is it that you need? Sorry."
The lands are rampant with demons. We're trying to fix the issue.
We did hear that past a mysterious lake somewhere in this land, if we place a skull within ruins, we can perhaps find a way to undo this.
I'm sorry. Did he legit just ask for the guy's skull?
Yeah.
Yes.
He hears what you said, and then he puts his hands on his head, and he actually like looks around, and then looks to you and says, "They've taken over the temple," and he takes off his head.
Jack Skellington.
And he holds it in his hand. And oddly, he's still talking, but it's not through the head. And he says, "How do I know you're telling the truth?"
I'll actually walk forward with that one. And I will walk forward with that one, and I don't know what kind of powers this thing does or doesn't have. But I'll walk forward with it, and I will kind of like just leave myself completely open, no guard, no anything like that whatsoever, and just be like, "I swear on my life that this is the truth. I offer myself to you if that's what's needed."
He holds the head up in the air, and he says, "Say it again." And you feel the need to tell the truth.
And so I'll do so. Whatever it's necessary to be said, I will. I'll be like, "We are here seeking your skull because we need it to complete a ritual that is going to banish the demons from this realm. And in case it was something that you felt necessary to know, in searching through this tomb, I've come across the tomb of your wife, and in love with her, I've certainly found myself, and a keepsake I have taken. However, I only did so at the instruction of the inscription on the wall."
The skull looks at Ungrim first. "And you?"
And I what?
And he wants to know if this is what truth.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Ungrim
Why
very
you're here.
simply says, what he says is truth.
And he goes on to do the same to Silver.
He may be an unusual folk, but he does speak the truth. And when push comes to shove, he can be trusted with tasks such as this.
And then the final, Rickert.
I cannot speak to the truth anyone but I can offer. But my truth is that I came to these lands to help the people who were said to be suffering. I've done the best I can. I do not know if there are any more people left in these lands to help. But whatever help I can offer, in whatever capacity I can offer it, I will.
He moves forward, skull still in hand, but he lowers his skull and he walks over. He's like 8'7". He's huge.
So I'm looking up like this
Walks
then.
over and he walks over to Rickert and he gives Rickert the skull. And he takes your one hand that you have underneath it and takes your other hand that has it on top of it. And then he takes his crown and he puts it back on, but it's just
on the neck. It's just worn on the vertebrae. That's amazing.
And then he says to you, "Take back my land. Defeat Medea, or I shall come back and I will haunt you all." And he like turns to all of you. It's kind of creepy because he doesn't have his head anymore. and then he climbs back into the tome, and you can't open it.
I'm just like looking at this head. I'm like turning it so I'm making eye contact, and I look to Silver Dew, and I'm like,
Do you want me to carry it? I believe you are charged with it.
no,
But-
it was given to me, but I don't know how to carry the head of a king.
You put it in a bag.
It is the proper way.
I mean, you'll wear it. The thing's big enough. You could probably fit it on that large dome piece of yours.
Maybe you teach him how to do it, Silver.
You could always walk with it under one arm, just in case.
I'm taking this in completely, like, straight. It's like, oh, all right. I'll tuck it under my arm.
Trying them all out, putting in the
Yeah.
bag, putting it in the bag.
They're all options that are fine. And it depends on how well you wish to treat said king.
I'll find a way. Perhaps we'll talk more later.
You could strap him to your back and carry him along that way.
That would probably be better. Sword and shield.
Actually, you know
Well,
what?
so-
You know what, Rickett? Why don't you just let me carry it for you? I bet I can impress a few ladies with it.
Don't.
How?
Please.
What?
Don't. Please don't.
The only lady you could possibly impress with this skull. And then I look to Silverdew, and then I look back to Dane.
Have you seen the size of that skull? I was like, Psh, I killed this thing. They believe it. They eat it up.
I actually shield the skull. I'm like putting my hands on where its ears would be, as if to say, don't speak such heresy.
You know what? That's the way you should carry it from now on. And I walk towards the entrance, and I start pushing my picture out of the tomb.
Is that it? Are you guys gonna leave the tomb that way?
Think so.
I'll definitely be speaking with Silverdew at some point and trying to fashion a bag.
And I'm guessing that's all we're gonna have for tonight.
Yeah, we're at 1
There
a.m.
is-
exactly.
There are a couple other sections to this.
I figured there was gonna be.
I
there
didn't
would
know
be,
how.
but
That's why I didn't put any mobs in here. I was like, oh, I really want to wrap this up at least.
Yeah.
It was good.
But there was a couple
It's
things
fun.
that you guys did miss. There were more treasures that you could have gotten if you.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
Get
sure.
all the treasure I
But if
need.
you took more than one, something bad would have happened. It's true. There was a hidden door here, so you could have gone this way, and you wouldn't have had to do all of this crap with the fountain.
Maggie, I went in that room. I got a
You didn't
25
realize-
perception.
You didn't roll high enough to see it.
I got a 24 passive perception.
Not good enough.
And a 25 passive investigation.
I knew. Come on, I gotta make a high level thing for you guys. I gotta make it harder for you.
Basically, because you
Yeah, that's
made a
easy,
character
guys.
with that high perception, none of the rest of us are ever going to find anything now. Thanks.
Well, you know,
You jerk.
you know, what can I say?
Well, the other way was definitely you guys were all gonna figure out how to get that together. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I just love that you cut yourself to bleed in the fountain, and then he goes in his blood and
Listen,
Oh, that's so
Avic, I want to let you know, if I didn't take the feat that got me that additional +5 to those 2 passive skills, what I would have done was taking the feat that gives you a couple of spells. One of them would have been prestidigitation. And I totally was going to use that to cast it on every lady I meet to give her like a blowout, like a nice hairstyle. You know what I mean? Like, girl just got a her did. That was even like my thing. Be like, oh, you are one fine lady. Like I brush the side of her hair and it's like, boom, gorgeous. It's
Wow.
because I'm that creepy.
I also
That's right. You're creepy. We're going to go into towns that we've never been to before, and they'll know about you because
And you
your
know,
reputation would have
my
been moving along the
27
roads.
My 27 persuasion that I just rolled right there would charm every one of them, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's Dane."
Oh God.
Oh,
Well, I want to say thank
Listen,
you.
listen,
No, shut.
listen,
shh, 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 shh,
Listen. Everyone wants to be you, Gaston.
I'm gonna mute you. All right. So thank you. I just want to say thank you first of all to Maggie for stepping in as guest DM. You did an awesome job. It
That
was
was
really
awesome.
fun, and I think it was my one of the very few times I've gotten to ever PC alongside Scott, which is always a treat because Scott is the go-to "you're DMing for me" person for my whole life.
I went super goofy though, so I went super goofy this time.
And obviously, thank you to Avac and to Tantus for stepping in as guests.
It was very, very fun.
I hope
it was
very
fun. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Great.
No, thank you for guys for coming by. We'll do our usual. We're gonna go around. People can tell you where people can find you, what you're doing this week, etc., etc. Scott, we will start with you, sir. Where can people find you? What you got going on for the rest of the week?
Hi, Havoc. I'm going to see you tomorrow over on twitch.tv/roll for at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
You're going to see me faster than tomorrow for me. Oh, my Lord.
Well, you know, for me, I got to get to sleep. Actually, I have like a really early
6 hours ahead of East Coast?
5.
Five? You're 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but that's okay because tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/DaleRickMaster, I DM another game. So I'm playing one, then DMing one, and somebody on that show is also 5 hours in the future. So no big deal. No big deal. Let's see. You can also find me over on youtube.com/DaleRick, where I've been putting together some fun stuff, whether it be the VODs from the things that I've been DMing on Derek Master, or it's like tutorials for Roll20 and a couple other things that I'm doing. Other than that, you can find me over at Twitter. My name is not there, actually. So it's at DaleRick, DaeLric. Other than that, hi, bye. Next.
Hello, bye. Tantus, where can people find you, man? What you got going on this week?
All right. Well, you can always find me on my YouTube channel, YouTube's / the Jacovan Empire. Just got all my normal stuff I put out there. A lot of role-playing, tutorial stuff, some magic history videos, world setting stuff like that. It's all tabletop-related stuff. So you can find me with my normal stuff there. You can always find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tantus and Jacovan. There, if you can check out some late night streams of random games and stuff. I've got Saturday this week at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got my tabletop discussion show where actually this week I've got the guests of Maggie and Scott was hopefully going to be showing up for a little bit of the time there. We're just going to talk about some of the news of the week there and just some general other topics when it comes to tabletop. And Sunday, I've got my own D&D game, too, at Treasure of the Lost Legion. It's a 5th edition D&D Spelljammer game. We just had Control Alt Frank. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Okay. He just joined us in the game now, so he's our new player. So you can find, you can join us there, too. We get some, D&D. And you can always check me out at Twitter at TJacovan.
Awesome. Avac, where can people find you? What you got going on this week?
You can find me over on YouTube most regularly at youtube.com/Avac, where I'm currently playing through Birthday's the Beginning. Really, really fun little game that's like super reminiscent of Sim Earth. It is crazy fun, though. Oh man, sometimes it's hard to get the right thing to spawn. I'm also playing RimWorld quite a lot, actually. Though I'm about to wrap up an Alpha 16 playthrough and then be on to Alpha 17, so I'm looking forward to that. And I play a bunch of other games. Stardew Valley is a fairly common upload there. And
love that game.
Various other games. Quite a lot of variety. On Twitch, I am once again .twitch.tv/Avac, where I just stream anything. Generally, that's where I go for my RPGs, though. So currently playing through Prey as it happens, but I almost count that as an RPG. But also Mass Effect 2. I'm going to be continuing a playthrough on Expeditions Viking, which really, really fun. Super fun RPG. Didn't get much attention around, but I think the game really deserves quite a lot more. And finally, you can find me on Twitter as well, where I'm at @Avac_, because Avac was stolen by someone else.
Bastards.
I know.
Bloody bastards.
Lost Initiative was also stolen, and we had to go Lost Init show.
But by somebody that doesn't even use it. Some lady that doesn't even use it.
I thought she was
bastards. Bloody bastards.
If you do follow me on Twitter, expect lots of ferret pictures, because I'm always taking pictures of my ferrets and just sticking them up there.
Could you, by ferret, you mean?
A ferret.
A ferret?
Where are you going with this guy?
Yeah. I don't
Just
either.
making sure.
You know, before you let him get anywhere. Maggie, what do you have going on this week? Where can we find you?
Oh my god.
He knows you too well.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my first time
so
DMing
good.
in a long while, and also DMing for my current DM, which is always nerve-wracking. Hope it was fun. And you guys can find me at Margaret Crone on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. I upload vlogs every Monday, and then Tuesdays I'm here on Lost Initiative for more D&D action, and I'm also here on Thursdays, both times at 6 p.m. For Star Wars Lost Initiative as well. And if it happens, that's what
Yeah, we're working on it.
And then on my show over on Tuesdays, same time, 6 to 10 p.m. PDT, I do Space Viking Chronicles, where I play a new game every week. And this week, I'm actually adding some extra bonus stuff here. I'll be doing some Exploding DM Q&A stuff over at twitch.tv/exploding dice. And then I'll also be joining Tantus, as he mentioned before, for discussing tabletop over on his channel. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing Shadowrun action over on Roll For It from noon to 4 p.m. over at...
I can't wait until Pseudo meets Jade.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be an interesting time.
I don't think it's this week, but coming soon, we're going to... I don't think we want to reveal that yet, but it's going to be an interesting thing because he's a technomancer and I'm a decker. Different types of hacks.
So you need to hack into his account, steal his everything, and
mind. It's different.
No, hack into his brain. Then I don't give a flip.
You can't hack into a brain.
Excuse me. I totally just walked out of the theaters of seeing a movie where you could hack into a brain. So.
Oh yeah, it's because you were watching a movie. That's fictional. This is real life.
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. True. To wrap things up, I will be here on Tuesday for the Edge of Morality show. That'll be week 24. All VODs you can find over at youtube.com/MathisGames and youtube.com/JudgeMathisGames. I just did a review of Full Throttle, which is a really fun point-and-click adventure from the mid-90s from the mind of Tim Schafer and LucasArts. And I will be at MomoCon next week, starting on Thursday through Sunday. So if you're going to be at MomoCon, you see me, say hello. I'll be doing a few panels. I'll be on Co-optional Lounge, possibly the Co-optional Podcast there as well. So say hello. Should be fun. And that's it for me. We're going to close the sucker down, and we'll be back on Tuesday for some more Edge of Morality. Thanks again, everybody. It was a great time, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.